see if you can. Like how you heard and saw Mama giving a good word. My happiness and health. No. My daily self-care ensures my happiness and health. I celebrate every small victory along my journey. My life is just the beginning.
All right, so what was the texture of no address?
What was the texture of no address? What does he mean when he asks me what is no address? No address is a correct response for me of a life change, a constant experience that we'll all undertake in growing as a person, growing in ideas, developing who we are, who we aren't. So no address is the same explanation that no address, and I'm saying no address and making sure it feel like it's a challenge to not say homelessness. But if you get it quicker, homelessness, my new word, no address, means the same thing. No shelter, nowhere to eat, nowhere to sleep, nowhere to pee, nowhere to poop, nowhere to conjure your family, to connect thoughts and ideas. I don't know, just to have that safe space, that solitude, that play area. No address. That's what I feel like an address is for someone. Everything that I just mentioned. Anybody in this bitch? That shit be might not be open, might be open. If it's open, do it got hot water. Is it clean? Is somebody in that bitch? Cause they was in there overnight. Never know. But you know when you show up every time. That's how you know. You know me? I know you. Oh, boy. The tenacity. It takes to do this shit. Asking for help had been learned and is asking for help was foreign to me. Why? I'm from Baltimore. We are learned to get it, make it shake, make it happen, figure it out. There isn't a I can't. There isn't it ain't. We are agreeing to make it happen. No middle, no excuse. It is only a start and an end. And at the end, you figured it out. That's really what the thing is. You figured it out. So, like I said, no address was, you don't have anything. You are starting from scratch. You are regaining your footing, your legs, your heart, your will. You're nurturing your body because it's in a whole new environment, a whole new way of living, existing, of being, of like everything from scratch. So coming from Baltimore and being in the Carolina, it was like, all I know is to figure it out. But how are you figuring out something that you never experienced? How are you figuring out something that you never experienced? How are you figuring out the unknown? With the learned energy, attitude, perception of you must be the answer. You must figure it out. It is you that is going to abracadabra make this thing miraculously change. So I had to debunk, purge, grieve all that I ever knew, all that I ever was, that attitude of you only got you. All in one experience, all at once. It was exactly what it was supposed to be: tough, a challenge, a great asking. This is where the speaker at. I think it's beautifully you. Unknowingly, this travel that you'll do, becoming exactly what life asks. Nothing rushed, nothing lagged, but whole. After all of it, being in Baltimore for 34 years, I know it like with my eyes closed, blindfold, put it under my nose. I'm winning every archivist. Well, no, I won't say that. It's much more to be loved and known about my city, but I know so much about this beautiful place. Done so much in it. Community, activities, I've expressed on many levels, visually, musically, in a gather share capacity, fed kids before school in a communal way, like Panther Party style. I've had people, come and listen to music from all eras and just get back to the treble and the uno and the I declare war and throw some jacks around, talk some shit. I've traveled and encouraged other people to travel because I documented it to let them know, like, travel is information. Travel is timeless. Travel is a gift beyond giving. Travel will put you to bed and then make you do cartwheels and make you cry, and it will bloom you. I've done so much in that little container of 34 years in my city, and so much as a person. Now I'm 40, in the 40 club. So I don't know. My experience has been so full and so authentic, and so I couldn't have wrote it. I couldn't have forecasted. I couldn't have a bunch of it. But I do love myself enough and others enough to stay art to the bone. So I told it. I ran and told it.
Come out, support, and see what you had to offer.
Enjoy.
And everything that you've been hiding is beautiful. So I'm glad that it's an inspiration to me that you're finally showcasing your talents. Just because what you have to share to the world is like an atomic bomb. It really is. It's a little atomic bomb.
Fuck around, touch it, and that bitch open up like this is an alien movie. I'm grateful that you still are listening to an incredible story of grit after grief and an incredible story of resilience. So I'm grateful for you still listening. And even if you begin right here, I'm grateful for every second that you've allowed me to amplify what I've experienced. It's normal to survive it all, to survive it all the way through, no matter if you fall out, pass out, or kill yourself. So I've been in Baltimore 34 years, so that's a lot of, it's already cemented in me. So this experience has so many magical lollipops and candy rainbows in it, where the intentionality that I can pull from it of why I was tasked to be learning through living out of my car, living in my car. Why I was tasked to do that for 11 months, now 12. It was so much I had to learn, so much I had to see, so much I had to know about myself and the power that was present and dormant. So until I opened my hand to say, I need help, can you help me, will you help me, this is my situation, I'm not okay, nothing was able to come in. Awareness wasn't there. No one knew what was going on because I have charisma, I'm very charismatic, and I'm an artist. So that allows me to tap into so much of my imagination, to cloak, to I don't know, prepare before I go in. So the stereotype of looking like you are in a bad way is already placed on some parts of society of the person who doesn't have an address supposed to look like, sound like, smell like, talk like, is like. So if I don't show up that way, you can't see it. It's not on display. It's not on speakerphone. It's not loudly filling the space when I come in. So sometimes that was the antagonist in the situation of you don't look like. Or how was I supposed to know if you didn't say it? How was I supposed to know if you don't look like the taboo, the stereotype? Also, those people are throwaways. Those people did it to themselves. Those people can figure it out on their own. They put themselves there. They're old enough. Why didn't they figure it out? They should have seen it coming. What am I supposed to do? I got my own shit going on. All of these things are present and available within the mind state of people who experience people without no address. Going to the Carolina, did everything I intended it to do. I prayed for retribution, clarity, the hard stuff, the power to forgive, to be present in its pace and frequency, to allow my nervous system to recalibrate, but most intentionally, who am I? What are these surnames? What are these last names? How am I connected to this place? Because before I even had a hunch to do anything in particular that would give me that answer, I've been wanting to know how to till the ground, how to garden. I've been an outside girl, always by the water, creek, river, anything, trees, dirt, never really city bound.
Once you allow the Carolina to lay into your heart, into your chest, you gonna be gone with the wind. But it made me earn that love, and also that irritation and frustration with it not being art ready, art robust, and art awareness and diversity when it comes to expressing art. Because I am an artist and I'm an entrepreneur, so if I'm in a place that isn't familiar with me and how I get down and how I market and exchange goods, they're not hip yet. So, but I left with everything I prayed for. My family knowing, my nervous system realigned and totally restored, a whole new love and respect for what it is to be quilted in, to know tradition, to know who you are, to love a place, to love land, to be connected to the land, to know your rightful place within this ecosystem. Atlanta, now that ended up getting stuck. Car said, nah. Ooh, I'ma play with you so much so that you're gonna be 2 X's away from where you intended to go, and I'ma shut off. And I'ma not let you know any reason of why. And when you try to fix it and control it, when they put the little reader on there, ain't nothing gonna come up. You gonna fix one problem, then I'm gonna throw you another. Like, it was freaky. It was weird. It was intentional. It was, I got a mission and a task for you. You don't get in the way. Take your hands off of it.
So what I experienced in the shelter, I went to the shelter and I was looking for some food, and I had paid attention to everybody and how they do it, and I was like, it didn't give off dignity, it didn't give off respect, it didn't give off these people are people. It gave off these people need me before I need them. And they better take what I'm giving them or they won't have nothing. And it surprised me because you're here for care. You're here for support. You're here for an alliance, I'm assuming, until I went in there. So the second time that I went in there at the taking it in, I was like, how somebody go about offering a service to y'all? And the service I was going to offer to them was the service the skill that I was doing my motherfucking self. More or less, I was looking to offer them stretching, Tai Chi, yoga, whatever term you want to put it. And they were like, we never thought about that. That's never come up. It's not really our concern. It sounds unique. Pitch it to this person. I pitched it to the person, and the person asked me, Are you no address? And I'm thinking like, and I respond, yeah. Oh no, no. Almost like she ripped that shit up. Almost like I gave her a proposal and she ripped that shit up. If you're no address, you can't serve. How can you serve if that's your situation? That was her perception. How will you serve them if you're in the same situation? Ironically, that's the perception on a global scale, that the person in the situation can't benefit the situation by serving them. I walked everybody. I did stretch already. I go to the library. I be sneaking in my mother's house to cook, When all is well, I can shower. But if that's the consistent that I can get, I'ma take it. To be able to prepare my own meals is a celebration and a ceremony all in itself, and it also lets you know that you are still able to take care of yourself. I'm on time or on earth. A beautiful hot chocolate is coming to me right now. That's with all the sound effects and the music and the texture of this cocoa that is coming to my table. And the funny part was of most times when I would go into venues to get warm or just to change the scene every day so I wouldn't crack my foundation, I would go for warm cocoa, golden milks, apple cider, hot water. So it's parallel and omnipresent. The importance in the minuscule, the intentional bite-sized moments that are macro in the grand scheme of things. But how did my view of myself change because of or with no address? I knew I could. I knew who I am. I didn't know who I were. I also got really grateful for the people who prayed me into existence. Really grateful for nature, the birds, the oxidation on trees, the Spanish moss, the big cypress trees, the intentionality of the swamp, the rivers that sometimes intersect. I was really attentive to everything beyond me, which let me know I am a significant part of everything, but I am just a part of a grand orchestra, but a necessary part of the grand orchestra. Days when I felt like, how the fuck did you get here? How you let it happen? Why you not doing nothing about it? You're not being quick enough. You're not being responsible enough. It was days that came that was like that, but also days that came to let me know that's just one texture, one part of the whole thing. Like that was just one part of the whole thing. The frustration allows me to know that I'm alive. The frustration lets me know that there's something potentially wrong. Something could shift, something needs to shift. It's calling attention to the forgotten about. And it also is calling me to be erect and upright and 10 toes down in the potential of being available for tomorrow. That blank canvas that tomorrow is. Available to the breath that may be given me. It's not promised. The breath that may potentially be given me and the blank canvas that will arrive if I need it by getting through this day, this moment, this time. My perspective of others. It was times where I was like, man, I see why people be selfish. I see why people be only self-serving. I see why there is an importance in being for others, caring for more than just yourself, being the humility, available, the compassionate, the forgiving person. I saw the potential of how things could be self-serving and the potential of being compassionate, forgiving, and available to more than just yourself. So I got all of it in that one situation. And yo, the importance of hot cacao or cocoa or apple cider or golden milk, yo, the intentionality of your day sets the tone of everything else. Don't skip any part of it. The dense part, the light part, the in-between part. Just be a part of your everyday ceremony of Thanksgiving to be here. Thanksgiving to be here, man. Bears. So now you got getting well no you probably can do like an outside jump, and you also can be up there when I basically walk you through how it go when I first open my eyes. Wake up, rise up. I definitely get up slow, like make sure see who around here, what's happening. Am I about to be knocked on the window, or am I cool? Cool? Alright. We lived it. One more. We lived it. Okay. Get up. Quintessential. And I love my logical mind, so I'm grateful for it. Even though I play a lot on the creative side. You have to have a system. You have to have order. It allows so many things to be more efficient and just in a flow. So get up and check my surroundings. Make sure I'm not being policed and stalked, or things haven't changed in a way that it's like, damn, you gotta get the fuck out of there. And I would rise on a clock, so I set my phone to be up before the college students. It really depends, because they had departments in their school that was like the law. They in there all night. They can come in there 24/7. But as far as the larger population, they starting to flood in come probably like 6. They starting to flood in 6, 7. So I'm up in between that, getting moving. So as soon as they come, and there's a lot of them, and then that's when the staff and the facility people start to put eyes on everything, I'm already out. I'm already out before any of that happened. So it was very important for me to make sure I go to bed at a decent hour. If I had to go to bed at 12 or 1 a.m., it wasn't a good thing, because I know I would be getting up at 5 or 6. So going to bed at 8 or 9 was so I can make sure I get up at that 5, and get up at 5 so I can be out before any movement happens, and out before any eyes got on who or where I was. So moving in the way of, I'm coming in at 9 or 10, 11, if y'all still busy and active. Sometimes when it was like school shit, they ain't go to bed till like 12, and I'm like, fuck, yo, like I'm gonna have to at least stay up for like a half an hour until y'all really settle and ain't nobody walking out here. That's when I can start, making my bed. Or I would get into a rhythm of, as soon as I knew it was getting towards the 8 or 9 or 10 o'clock hour, I'm already starting to prepare the pallet. So as soon as it's time just to lay down, all I gotta do is pull that shit up. Type thing. Get up. Chevelle, make sure I'm good. Fold my joint up. Learned that before now, that make your bed up, because it already sets the tone of what you will do in your day. It sets the will of your day by you making your bed up every day. So, like I said, staying in the logical mind of what's important and what can also allow me wellness, and also a will to stay focused, keeping order. Fold my little joint up, and now I can make all the movement that I want to make. When it's nighttime, you gotta lay the fuck down, so they won't know you in here. Make no move, so they won't know you in here. But in the daytime, I can move. And most of the time when I get up, I pee. See if I got poop. But it got so good that I knew as soon as I get up, I'm headed to poop. So poop and pee. Put that out into a tree or grass or river, creek, something. Because that's where I was staying at, which had like parks and trees and creeks. So just walk over with my toilet, dump that off, get on a walk, because I'm already out, so I can blend it in so it won't even look all stupid. Once I dump my toilet, take my walk, but get up, surveil, make sure I'm good, nothing changed, how much time I got, are the students moving, people starting to pull up. Alright, cool. Hit this, fold it up, start moving my legs. Best I could. Of course, my shoes would be up the front. Now they on right here. Start moving. I would usually be up in the front seat, so I can just start doing all my stretches. Boom, boom. Always just stretching my body because I've been compacted all night, and stretching my body so I can take care of me. You don't stretch your body, move your body, nourish your body, that shit gonna break down quickly. So, do my stretches, sit back with myself, because it really was at a point, the longer I was doing it, I was looking like, we doing this again? Sometimes. Do that. Where you joining? I'd rather take some stuff up to you join. Funny ass. It's like, pop! You don't know what to show you. My books all bent up. Shit. Man, dang. I need to get some more potato sacks. Extra space, storage is everywhere. More stuff. I was doing meal. And the motherfucking coffee bean sack. I need to get some more of these junk. My life work. When I was walking barefoot in the apartment, playing acoustic guitars, strumming wind chimes, and turning rice inside of bamboo. Yeah. Yeah, who are the people we all see in transit? Yeah. Before I realized he had that fucking bird on his finger. Rolling the blunt. Right in front of Lexington Market. What the fuck is about the house? But it told me so much about him without even knowing him. I was doing it. What's it called? I was living around where I was living on Utah Place around the same time of the Freddie Gray shit. Walked up the street. Caught that joint right there. should take me all that time to unpack that trunk. This shit is full to the rim. You can't skip no parts. Got unpack, repack, complete, boogin. Do it again. Simon says go. Shit full. This shit is full. And I'm tired. Ay, ay, ay.
Warmest spot in here, right here.
Yep.
Dang, it's cool. What's up, yo? Celebrating?
Creating shit, creating stuff to bring in revenue so some things can happen.
Okay.
And being grateful that I'm here, man. It's been a full ride, motherfucker. So I learned to allow, I learned to be in motion, I learned to be flexible enough to adjust, flexible enough to allow things to happen for me to kind of get to a point of clarity. And that sometimes comes through frustration with taboos and assumptions and stigmas forged within society's mind about people who are in a no-address situation without housing, without a shower, a kitchen, family, connection, a place to create. You did it to yourself. You can be fixed. You can be fixed meaning you can just get a job. You could just do something to sell water. People have to buy water. People have to buy sodas. People have to want what you're suggesting. And people are fixed in if I like my coffee from Starbucks. I like my coffee from the local cafe. I like my own coffee. So something that's new is going to take a minute to grow on people. So that could be a crisis situation where I need it now. I don't need you to think about if you want to shop with me or spend with me or if that shit is taking minutes off my life. I need you to know right now that you want whatever this is that I'm, asking for an exchange of. So it's a whole lot of factors, and people, like I said, think that you did it to yourself. You can be fixed overnight in a wave of a wand, that you're crazy, like you're mentally not stable when you are in survival mode, which ideally, why would you be altogether in survival mode? It's pushing everything, it's pushing every button, almost like you're doing this shit over a keyboard. It's pushing all of the fucking buttons, so why would you be all together? It can't happen to anybody. It only happens to certain people. No, it happens to everybody. Everybody's going to have a life change. It's about how you respond to it. Your life change that could have you in a no-address situation could be your family doesn't think that you're the right candidate for the money, the inheritance, the trust. They don't feel like you will carry the legacy, the name. You don't have the wits, you don't have the relationships. You're not a good look for the family. That's why you could be no address. No address could also be you had a fire in the restaurant. You had a fire in your restaurant and the landlord told you everything was everything. You had all your people. You probably listened to, oh, I got the inspector. I got the everything you need. I got the people for you. You went with it. Not knowing that those people did just enough to stay in business. And now, say you're at Miss Carter's Kitchen or something. And I don't know what the situation was. A lot of talk about what happened, where was it a rat or a fire or whatever. Like Sonny's. Sonny's, that's in Lexington Market right now. They had a fire. Bumping, good food, good clientele. Lines out the door. Fire happened. No more business.
Don't know what to do. You ain't planned for that. You couldn't have seen it coming. You had to recover. Could you recover?
I've always got something else going on. What are you talking about? Any day I got something else going on.
I was like, I'm not breaking the fucking crack back. What the fucking Jesus? Life happens for you. To not give up on all of your noble teachings, because a lot of us go into a lot of virtues to find our way in our body, in our mind, or whatever the will is for our life. We tap into all types of teaching and wise words and all that type of shit, but to not throw that shit away because you don't got a car, you don't got a house, your wife left you, your husband divorced you, your family disowned you, or the greatest one that we don't talk about, having to forgive your family and give them a second win, a second chance, because they was young and they ain't know no better. They was listening to what their mother said versus what their heart said. You having to break the cycle. That part. I've become supernatural on top of already being supernatural through all the things that I've experienced and how I've been able to endure. I don't really question shit no more. Any of the questions that come is because my subconscious mind is still grieving and purging. But the truth of my heart, knowing that, yo, like, you covered. Them prayers that you ain't know about, them shits was getting cashed the fuck in while you was outside. I don't have a question about the power of me. Now the nurturing is to make sure that you don't do anything to get in the way of that knowing. You don't let somebody else just be like, you was just lucky. You was probably fucking for that shit. Like, you don't let disturbances get in the way of what you know. The grace that was given you. She probably fucked for that. She probably manipulated for that. Standing on your own 10 toes when you've been shown by life that I got you in mind every time. Even when you doubt me, I show up. Even when you doubted you, I showed you you. Keep grace. Keep love. Allow forgiveness. And know that you don't know. And see that as a great thing. That's it. Drop the mic on that.
Live from my eight corners.